Hey guys, what's up? My name is Sean Wayne and today pag-usapan nga natin itong naging tanong ni Idol Raffy Tulfo sa DPWH. No? Actually, very valid naman ang kanyang tanong. However, gaya ng lagi nating naoobserbahan na pinapansin at binabatikos, bakit ba tuwing sumasalang si Raffy Tulfo, hindi man lang siya nagkakaroon ng pagre-research. No? Otherwise, hindi na po siya magtatanong tungkol dito. Anyway, pakinggan natin yung naging tanong niya sa DPWH.
I only have a few questions, and most of these questions emanated from complaints that were coursed through my radio program.
Yun yung nakakatawa, no? Um, laging yung RTIA ba is isang help desk, no? Pwede bang sabihin na lang, okay lang na complaints. Sabihin lang niya complaints. Kaya lang kasi every time na binabanggit ni Raffy Tulfo, even if it's obvious that it exists, like the RTIA, nagkakaroon kasi ng conflict of interest. It's like using the Senate and his privileges. Ang pagiging senador po ay hindi po karapatan or rights. Isa pong pribilehiyo ang pagiging senador kasi binoboto ka ng tao. Okay? That's one. The other point here is that as a senator, you serve the entire Filipino nation. Hindi lang naman yung mga nagrereklamo sa programa mo. So it's like having your program, bringing into the Senate, at ginagamit mo yung power mo as a senator for the benefit of your complainant. No? Although I must say, in certain events, no, just like this one, may mga tao talaga na pinagdadaanan nila to. Ang akin lang is, kung may nagre-reklamo sa iyo, you really don't have to bring up your RTIA sa Senate. Kasi nagkakaroon, para sa akin and some of the people, nagkakaroon ng conflict of interest. 'Di ba? You're using your position as a senator there, bringing yung problema ng RTIA. So ngayon, ang mangyayari, lalapit sila sa RTIA. No, gaya ng nangyari dun sa mga nagreklamo kala Sebastian at saka Agustin na ano ang nangyari ngayon. Kung papanoorin natin yung budget hearing with DOJ, kitang-kita doon na mas nagkaroon ka lang ng focus tungkol dyan sa issue na yan. Pero hindi mo nga na-reach yung issue ng mga offload. Anyway, tara, pakinggan natin.
Secretary Bonoan, last year, nabanggit ko rito yung insurance na dapat binibili ng mga contractor per project para nang sa gayon kung nagkaroon ng aksidente, whether motorista or pedestrian, may pambayad sila. Sa experience ko po kasi, mayroong mga construction projects na nakatiwangwang o dili kaya hindi maayos yung paglagay ng mga materyales at nahulog yung mga motorista na mamatay. Pag hinahabol po yung contractor ng mga biktima, kamag-anak ng biktima, pahirapan po. There were times na lumapit na po ata ko sa inyong tanggapan para obligahin yung contractor magbayad. Paano kung sabi nila, paano kung walang Raffy Tulfo, di sorry na lang kami.
Nice. Parang tinalo pa ni Raffy Tulfo yung Korte Suprema. Sige nga. Dahil na lumapit, okay, ganito na lang guys, no? Just as sinabi ni Idol. Dahil lumapit sa iyo yung mga complainant ni Sebastian. Okay? Ngayon, sa pagiging ikaw na Raffy Tulfo lang, may naka-mandate ba sa'yo, batas ang Pilipinas, na pwede kang mag-try ng isang kaso? Siyempre, posible naman na hindi kakasuhan yan sila Sebastian, di ba? Yung ikaw lang, Yung hindi pupunta sa kahit anong korte itong mga complainant ni Sebastian. Ano yung just by being Raffy Tulfo, ano ang legality ng judgment mo doon sa magiging judgment mo dyan sa kaso ni Sebastian? Just by you being a Raffy Tulfo, kaya mo bang ipakulong ang isang Sebastian? Without, going through legal procedures, ha? Ikaw lang. Kasi ganyan ka ka-proud sa sarili mo. Diba? Meron ka bang power vested by the government or even by the Constitution? Diba?
Pwede ho ba natin sila obligahin na talagang this time magkaroon ng insurance per project? Pag wala silang, dapat bago sila mag-umpisa ng proyekto, magpakita sila na meron silang biniling insurance sa project na yon that was awarded to them?
Yes, Your Honor. I think after that hearing that we had last year, we tried to coordinate with the Insurance Commission how we can go about it para to fixing actually yung indemnity for yung mga ganyang incidents. There has been some legal issues with regard to it in the implementation of I understand legal issues pertaining to the fixing of rates, Your Honor. But there are provisions na I think even the Supreme Court yata has had some may fixed amount that they have actually inilagay na 100,000 ang kwan niya. But the 100,000 is not a fixed amount. It can increase depending on a court award on syempre looking at the capacity, yung disturbance, etc. But ang kwan dito kasi, Your Honor, is actually we have a fixed amount of 100,000, but the victim can go to court and then present his case, and this is where the total amount will be subject to the decision of the court. Parang yun ho ang advice sa amin nung Insurance Commission, Your Honor. In the meantime, meron din po naman kasi yung sa contractors, well, they have this allocation for all risk insurance naman actually. But it pertains only to implementation of the projects. But partly, I think they are really answerable to it actually, Your Honor.
Thank you, Secretary Bunoan. Pero it's very easy for the Insurance Commission to say na dadalhin sa korte because they have the money to pay for legal services. Pero itong mga complainant ko na didisgrasya, may hirap lamang sila mga kababayan, wala silang pang-korte, they go to barangay chairman, and the barangay chairman cannot do anything kasi hindi naman nila saklaw yung mga contractor. That's why they come to me.
Kung yung barangay nga walang magawa, ikaw pa kaya? Yung barangay, under ng local government code, meron silang kakayanan to mediate. Okay. Ang senador ba naka-mandate sa inyo ang mag-mediate? Or even before na hindi ka naman senador? Wala.
So ang point ko lang sana, do you need us to come up with a legislation para obligahin each and every contractor bago sila proceed with the project, they have to show proof na nakabili na sila insurance in case of an accident. Kasi sa ngayon, meron pong insurance, indemnity insurance para sa mga worker nung project. Pero yung mga na-aksidente, doon dahil sa kapabayaan ng contractor, wala pong insurance. Yun po yung...
You don't need to create any laws for that because we already have laws for it. You know?
Sinasabi ko, marami na pong namatay na lumapit sa aking programa, na sugatan, na pilayan, na putulan ng paa. Wala hong silang kalaban-laban, meaning dahil contractor may pera,
Yun nga, contractor may pera di mas lalo pa.
hindi sila nababayaran until such time they come to me, naobliga ko, brasuhan, napipilitan, pero tawaran pa. So yun
Brasuhan.
pong ibig ko sabihin. So
Nice.
do you think we need legislation for that?
We would be very supportive, actually, Your Honor, if there's going to be any legislation to
Okay. So for the
protect it.
meantime, habang gagawin po namin yung legislation na yan, we'll craft that legislation. Pwede ho ba na siguro through memorandum order or something, pagsabihan to mga contractor na mag-secure ng insurance?
Your Honor, we'll do that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, pag-usapan muna natin tong sinasabi ni Idol. So basically, I really thought it was about yung mga employees nila, no? Or yung mga employee ng contractor. Anyway, pag-usapan na rin natin yun. Then we're gonna proceed with what he is talking about, 'di ba? Alam niyo ba, dito sa Pilipinas, meron po tayong existing law na ang tinatawag natin doon is workman's compensation. So, dito sa pinapakita ko sa inyo ngayon, okay, these are, kailangan employee ka ni contractor. So, dito, it is an act prescribing the compensation to be received by employees for personal injuries, death, illness contracted in the performance of their duties. So, nung nagwo-work po ako sa UAE, sa Dubai, every time na nag-a-apply po ako ng mga visas ng mga bago naming employees, isa po sa binabayaran namin is yung contribution ng company sa workman's compensation. Okay? And then, inilalagay din namin doon yung annual value ng aming mga sahod. So, iba-iba lahat yan. Okay? So, meron din certain value dun sa mga specific na accident na nakuha mo or personal injuries or whatever. Saan ba nagsa-start? Dun sa amin sa UAE. Saan ba nagsa-start ang coverage ng workman's compensation? Okay? Doon sa aming life insurance, life and medical insurance, once na lumabas kami ng bahay going to work, okay, hanggang makatungtong kami ng office, life and medical ang nagko-cover sa amin. Pagdating namin ng office, papasok na rin dyan ang workman's compensation. So basically, we are protected by 3 different insurances. Worksman, life, at saka yung medical. So whatever happens to us, na nasa loob kami ng office, mag-trigger ang worksman pag something happened to us. No? So even here in the Philippines, ganun din siya. So under Act number 3428, and this law is since 1927 pa siya. Okay? Sino lang ba ang kino-cover nito? So kung makikita nyo here guys, ayan, grounds for compensation, applicability to government, injuries not covered, makikita nyo dyan kung ano yung mga notorious negligence, drunkenness, voluntary intent, diba? Exclusive right to compensation, liability of third parties, contract prohibited, death benefit, ayan, papasok na dyan. Ano yung death benefit niyan? Dependence of the injured person, periods of compensation, okay, to a widow until her death of remarriage, but in no case for more than 280 weeks. Scope to retain of a certain words, son, daughter, children, yan. Ano? The compensation of a demented person shall be paid to the guardian of the person. Medical attendance, total disability, total and permanent disability, partial disability, permanent disability, you can come and check this one, this document, no? Amputation, andyan lahat, guys. Okay, there's even, baka sabihin nyo hindi naman nag-work yan. There's even a case about this. 1977. Bayani R. Santos versus Workman Compensation Commission and the Philippine Engineering and Construction Corporation. So basically, itong si petitioner, hinihingi niya na bayaran siya ng Workman's Compensation Commission at saka nitong engineering na to. It turned out na si petitioner ang nanalo. Bakit? Kasi pinagbayad ng Korte Suprema si Workman Compensation to pay the claimant this value. Matagal na kasi ito, guys, eh. So, wag na kayo magulat sa value na yan. Hindi man to ganun ka, sabihin na lang natin, hindi naman siya ganun ka obvious. Pero protected po kayo ng workman's compensation. Workman's compensation. Sorry naman for the term. Okay? So even here, no? DOLE Department Order Number 19, Series of 1993, April 1, 1993. So, again, there's a guidelines governing the employment of workers in the construction industry. So, you can check this one out. Nandito po lahat ng coverage. Okay, dun sa mga may kakilala at kaibigan na nasa contracting. No? Kayo man employer or employee, it's a must that you know this. Kasi ito po yung batas na sumusuporta at nagpoprotekta po sa inyo. Okay? Under po ito ng DOLE. Sabi nga rito, the department order supersedes policy instruction number 20 of 1977 and shall take immediately. Ano pa? Dali Ito yata yung sinasabi ni Dole. Hindi, policy number to. There's another one, Republic Act number 772. An act to further amend an act number 3,428. An act prescribing the compensation to be received by employees for personal injuries, death, or illnesses contracted in the performance of their duties, as amended by any act numbered 3,812 and by the Commonwealth Act numbered 210, providing for its administration by a Workmen's Compensation Commissioner and prescribing his powers and duties. So another law. Ano pang batas ang gusto mo? Ayan, medical assistant under Section 13. Immediately after the employee has suffered an injury or contracted sickness and during the subsequent period of disability, the employer shall provide the employee with such medical, surgical, and hospital service and supplies as a nature of injury or sickness may require. There's another thing, guys. Alam niyo ba ang SSS nyo? Pag kayo po ay nagkakasakit, pwede rin po kayong kumuha ng benefits nyo ron. Now, in the case na sinasabi ni Aiden, okay? Oh, hindi ko makalimutan. Meron pa dito, last year lang, mandatory insurance coverage for construction workers, SOF. No, yan. Ni-introduce siya ni Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, December 6, 2022. Manila, Senator Erwin Gatchalian on Monday filed a measure requiring employers for mandatory insurance coverage to construction workers, citing the hazard and danger of their work, of their nature of work. In filing Senate Bill 821 or the Construction Workers Insurance Act, it seeks to require employers of construction workers to provide mandatory group personal accident insurance coverage to guarantee quick and efficient delivery of indemnity to injured workers. Gatchalian said the insurance must take effect from the day the employee reported to work until the completion of construction project or upon the termination of employment contract. So, as we all know naman, that When it comes to construction, pwede kayo dyan ma-employ, regular, pwede rin naman project basis. Normally, ang pagkakalam ko pag project basis, syempre, tawag dito, may certain months lang kayong nagtatrabaho. And normally, medyo mataas ang kanilang offer pag project base. No, because there are number of benefits na hindi rin binibigay sa isang project base. Not unlike sa mga regular employees, there are mandatory requirements ng DOLE na inaano sa mga employers. No? You have to provide this, that, blah, blah, blah. And, Anyway, doon naman sa sinasabi ni Idel, normally, the way you approach that is magpa-file ka talaga ng civil case. No? For indemnity, civil indemnity, due to negligence. Yan yung common. Yan yung very common. Yung sinasabi ni Idel, wala daw pera, ganyan-ganyan. Anong ginagawa ng PAW? Andyan po ang PAW. Yeah, para sa akin, parang magiging redundant na yung trabaho kung magle-legislate ka pa ng another law. No? Para lang doon, para lang sa negligence ng isang contractor. Diba? Naintindihan ko yung point. At the end of the day, even if you legislate a law, still, you will have to go to court. Kahit meron kang batas para dyan. Doon at doon ka rin naman pupunta. Pag-uusapan nyo rin dyan yung mga torts, yung damages, no, mula sa sasakyan. Ganito lang yun guys, mula sa na-damage sa yung property. Kung meron man, nahulog, dumaan ka ng isang construction site. Halimbawa, dyan sa BGC area, no? Di ba? Ang daming nakikita nating mga parang tinotoldahan nila yung Daan ka dyan, may nahulog, lumusot doon sa safety net nila, tumama sa sasakyan mo. Halimbawa, nabasag yung windshield mo. Di ba? Paano yung pagkahulog ng sa windshield mo? Sumabog yung, halimbawa, what do you call that? Yung bubog nun tumama sa mata mo. So, damage to your property, plus kasama ka. Ma-hospitalize ka, ilang araw kang hindi makakapasok, yung medical, yung mga medical requirements mo, no? Whether you need therapy, whether you need medications, whether you need surgery, lahat yan papasok sa mga damages na sisingilin mo. So why do you have to why do you need to legislate a law when there's already a law na applicable naman doon? 'Di ba? Na kung sinasabi mong mahirap, no? Andiyan ang PAW. Kung tutuusin, yun yung mga kasong nadadalian ng PAW. Maniningil ka lang naman, hihingi ka lang din naman. But the thing is, kailangan mo ring i-prove na hindi ka rin negligent. Kasi halimbawa, no? Ito yan Halimbawa, nakita mo may warning na. Normally, syempre, lalo na sa construction, guys, napakatindi ng mga warnings dyan, safety and all. Safety first lagi, guys, pagdating sa contracting. May mga warning signs na init matigas ang ulo mo. Okay? Pinilit mo yung gusto mo. For fun and all. Lalo na yung mga vlogger for the views, di ba? Pinilit mo. Pumasok ka dun sa bawal kang pumasok. Adi na aksidente ka. Yung kalokohan mo, damay pa yung contractor. Tapos sisingilin mo ngayon ng indemnity itong si contractor. Siyempre, pagdating sa korte, titingnan, bakit? Paano kung sumunod naman sa safety first ang contractor? Ikaw lang talaga ang matigas ang ulo. Do you really think papaboran ka? Walang batas ang papabor sa'yo. Kahit paggawan pa ni Raffy Tulfo ng batas yan. Kung kasalanan mo, kung ikaw yung negligent. Pero kung merong negligence talaga, yung contractor, well then and good. Diba? Yun lang yun. Para sa akin, you don't need to legislate any laws just to protect these people since nandiyan na yung mga batas at as in now, pwede na nilang ma-utilize. 'Di ba? Kung ba namang PAW ang nilalapitan nyo, edi may nangyayari sa inyo, walang brasuhan na nangyayari. 'Di ba? You don't need to bargain. Hindi mo kailangan magmakaawa. Kung lumapit ka sa PAW, sila ang magmamakaawa sa'yo. Pag nilapitan mo si Raffy Tulfo, ikaw ang magmamakaawa sa kontraktor. 'Di ba? Sabi na mismo ni Raffy Tulfo. Binabraso na nga niya, pero hindi pa rin enough yung binibigay. Pag kinorte mo yan, let the judge define. Maliban doon sa ipapasa mo, maliban doon sa sabihin mo, halimbawa, yung damage sa'yo, more or less, nasa 100,000 pesos. Okay? Pag nakita ni judge na, okay, maraming cases, alam din ni Raffy Tulfo yan. Nung kanasuhan siya ng libel, kaya lang naman umano ng petition yan, hindi dahil kaya lang naman nag-appeal yan, hindi dahil dinedenay niya yung pagkaka-convict sa kanya, hindi. Nakikiusap sila ng grupo niya, nababaan yung pinapabayad sa kanila. Diba? Hindi mo kailangan magmakaawa pag korte ang nag-handle ng issue mo. Yun lang yan. Anyway guys, again, maraming salamat sa panonood. I hope meron kayong natutunan for today. And again, ayan, dapat sabihan nyo rin si Idol. Ako, Idol, mas maganda sana kung mga ganitong bagay. Nagko-consult ka rin sa mga abogado nyo. At open ka sa isasuggest nila. Dahil kung ano naman ang sasabihin ng mga yan sa'yo, I'm sure naman 100%. Yun ang tama. Diba? Anyway guys, again, maraming salamat. I'll see you in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I-share nyo na rin. Para naman aware yung mga tao, lalo na yung mga nasa construction, na they are entitled to many benefits when they are working sa mga ganyang klaseng industry. There are laws protecting them. All they have to do is to, ask to approach the proper authorities and talk to the right people. Thank you guys.